In the previous videos that we've done here at Tracking the Christ Life, you've seen in the background the church that we currently meet in. Where we're at today, this is our new sanctuary that we're building right across the street. God's blessed our church, and so we're building a new sanctuary. And here at Poyen Assembly of God, we're seeing God do some great things, and I kind of want to share them with you today, as well as an encouraging word for this week for yourself. Poyen Assembly of God, here located, is 80 years old. This church started actually back in 1924. We're in central Arkansas, south of Little Rock, little east of Hot Springs. And the church started as a brush arbor in 1924. Along came a gentleman named Arthur Adams, who became the first pastor, who incorporated this church into the Assemblies of God and became known as Poyen Assemblies of God. The building that I'm in today is an extension of a dream that began 80 years ago in the hearts of people right here in this area. This was a sawmill town. Just over that direction was a sawmill, and a train track came through town. Neither exist anymore. It was a sawmill community that wanted a presence of God in this community. Today, there's no sawmill, no train tracks, like I said, but a lot of commuter traffic, a lot of people going by between Hot Springs and Pine Bluff. People in Poyen actually go to work more towards Malvern or into Little Rock. And so this church that's being built, even though it's a brand new facility, is actually over 80 years old because of what people were doing here. And the reason for this church's success, something I wanted to highlight, is that Poyen Assembly of God, there's a couple things that they have going for them. Number one is that God is building this place. The Bible tells us in Psalms 127 verse 1, it said, "Unless the Lord builds a house, they that labor do so in vain." Behind me is a construction site. Normally there's a crew of guys that are working, building on this. And proud of our RVers, a group of retired folks that have come in and really built this church for us and with us. God says that unless I build the church, this church won't exist. Because while man may labor with the sheetrock and the wood, it's God who establishes it. As a matter of fact, Jesus told Peter and his disciples in Matthew 16, verse 18, he said, talking to Peter, he said, "Your name is Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." So we know right off it's not us who build it, it's Jesus Christ. And that's something that's happening here, is while we've got people working and people doing, it's not about us, it's about what God is doing right here in Poyen, Arkansas. The second thing that happens here is that there's a group of people in this church that recognize that it's not about a building, it's about people. And while we're building a building, the church is not this building or the building across the street. It's about the people that meet here, the people that we reach out to, the people that we impact for God. And God's building His church, but He uses His people. He uses you to make a difference. You need to be a part of a church, not just any church. You need to be a part of a church that's vibrant, it's alive, and they're reaching up to God and out towards others. And I want to encourage you to find a church. If you don't have a church, find a church. If you live in the central Arkansas area, you're more than welcome to come be with us here at Poyen Assembly. But more than that, you need to be in a church. And I want to encourage you this week, as you're starting in this week, I don't know if you were in church Sunday, and if you weren't, you need to be. Be a part of the living church. It's not the Assemblies of God, the Baptist, Methodist, Episcopalians, Presbyterians. It's not that. The living church is the church of Jesus Christ. It's the people who call upon His name and say, "Lord, here am I. Use me." We thank God for what He's doing here at Poyen, but more than that, we thank God for what He's doing in you. And I want to encourage you, as you're going about your week, ask God to make sure that you're in a place where you can know Him and you can make Him known for the rest of your life. God bless you. We love you. Have a great week and be in church this coming weekend. God bless you.